I've started hearing strange sounds. It's like a swarm of bees inside my head. Dmitri gives me another dose of Ibogaine. I've been working on this film for a while now, and I've seen what Ibogaine does to other people. So I know that soon I'll be almost paralyzed. That's when the visions start. But Dmitri still has to give me a few more doses of Ibogaine before I get there.
I'm really glad to be working with you. I really hope this is a healing session for you, for your family. We know your grandfather's looking out.
This is Dmitri. The reason he's wearing face paint will make more sense if I go back a few years and describe how we met.
Got the sacrament in my pocket, and I'm glad to see you. Got the sacrament in my pocket, and the weekend right here. His skin's blue-black, and his tongue's beet red. He says, these ain't visions, these is my friends. The weekend right here, the weekend right here. Time is pain, time is pain. Rip the ethereal shroud, and the soul ascends. These ain't visions, these is my friends. These ain't visions, these are my friends.
I'm going to say his name is Nick, and that he just arrived from somewhere in the Midwest. It might not be obvious, but right now, Nick is withdrawing from heroin. A few months ago, Nick saw a film on TV that I made about addiction, and he wrote me saying, "I want to obtain the eyes of your camera." He's the owner of a small computer company and has been using heroin for about 2.5 years. He's heard about this miracle detox called Ibogaine that lets you quit heroin without going into withdrawal. I'm not sure I want to get involved again with anything having to do with drug habits or detoxing. But Nick's letter makes me curious. So here I am about to sneak my camera into a hotel where Nick has a room the size of a single bed. He says this is the last time he will ever use heroin. Nick is in New York to meet the person who knows about this experimental detox. Dimitri calls himself an Ibogaine provider.
This is some really beautiful medicine you're going to take, man. And you're going to take it in the best possible way you can take it, okay?
Yeah.
With people who give a shit about you, okay? And man, we're not going to let anything happen to you. That if you follow everything we tell you to do and take as much Ibogaine as we give you, okay, you will not have a physical dependency on heroin any longer, okay? So what's today? Today's Friday? So we start tomorrow. Sunday, your habit will be broken. Monday, you'll be drug free. Get some water, bro. If you want juice, that's cool too. But get a bunch of water, a big thing of water, okay? And you're gonna drink it all by the time we get there.
Yes. And ask for directions.
And ask for directions.
All right.
Are you good at directions?
Yeah.
The water's really important because doctors told me it was important.
Nick is moving to a motel outside the city. Dimitri asked me not to reveal the location or photograph any exteriors because Ibogaine is illegal and Dimitri is working with an underground network. But we're lost and can't even find the motel. It's 12 hours since Nick last used heroin, and he needs to start taking Ibogaine soon.
4:05. So. Let me take that cigarette for you.
I don't think addicts are supposed to get this sick when they detox with Ibogaine.
Thanks.
Nick might be having a bad reaction to the small test dose Dimitri just gave him.
So, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna give you a little bit more. Okay? And we're gonna see if you can hold that down, okay?
Yep.
How's your dope sickness? Still there?
Just a little.
Pardon me, just a little bit?
Yep.
So it's kind of leaving you, huh?
Maybe.
Less than before?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it was fucking warmer in here. So.
I think it's dope sickness. And bro, if you just...
I don't think so.
Bro, you got like about 1 milligram of Ibogaine in you. I've never seen this before. But I have seen it with people who are dope sick at the beginning of their treatments. Hey, buddy. It's going pretty good, real good actually. But you know, he wasn't able to, still wasn't able to keep things down. So I did the flood over like 3 hours, all rectally. Yeah, all suppositories, and then the next hour I gave him 6 more, but he was only able to hold this last one for like 20 minutes, and then he had to go take a. Yeah. Yeah, but, you know, I mean...
There's stories about several people who died trying to detox with Ibogaine. So Dimitri is on the phone a lot during the night, getting advice from medical professionals who are secretly working with him.
We gave him 20 minutes ago and gave him another 6.
The network is pretty elaborate. There's even a heroin dealer who sends his customers to Dimitri if he sees them losing control.
It's chaos. It involves crime. It involves elements of death, you know, physical danger. I fucking love it. And I will continue. I don't, you know, so it's this element of chaos that's always been in my life. Things are going good. I want to mix it up. You know, it's Bakunin, man. Bakunin said the urge to destroy is also a creative urge. It is a creative urge, but it can also, he said also, he didn't say exclusively a creative urge, because you can end up dead or hurting somebody else. And I continue to do this.
Dmitri told me a friend would be arriving in the middle of the night to help out. So I just met Randy.
We can maybe think that he's got a couple.
He's a former drug user who did an Ibogaine treatment about a year ago.
Gradual protocol, which is fine. He might not get the bells and whistles, but his addiction's going to be broken.
Right.
Okay? There's no other way of doing it.
I'm speaking real quiet because I'm at the treatment. Okay, now I need to ask you something. If you give somebody an anal dose, like an enema or a suppository, how long does it take for the drug to take effect?
No, I feel better. Jeez, do I feel better? I've been down a hell of a road.
A week later, Nick has no cravings, and he's sure he's kicked his habit.
You know, so screw this. I'm not gonna feel crappy. Screw it. You know, I'm not gonna feel like this shitty.
He's going home tomorrow,
You know,
but I'm not sure what to make of Ibogaine. It's hard to believe there's this miracle detox for addiction that so few people know about.
That's gonna be a job, man, but you need to do that because you're not gonna be able to get on a fucking plane.
Maybe I'm getting hooked by Dimitri's passion and energy.
This is just a fucking tour, and I'm watching
I decide to continue following him.
dropping left and right. But staying clean is for you, from you, but it's also gonna take help, bro. Your whole lifestyle is based around fucking drugs, man.
Tired, I'm really tired. I tried everything to quit. When I was young, I could do it cold turkey. If I was young, still young, I probably would do it cold turkey. But I know I can't do it cold. I try to do it cold turkey. I can't, not anymore. I can't take the fucking pen, man. I swear. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't take the fucking pen, man.
Addicts hate the idea of withdrawing from heroin, especially cold turkey. But it's nothing I've ever experienced, so I asked Dimitri to describe what it's like.
It was flop sweat. With the nausea, now you're dry heaving. With the loosening of the bowels, this is like day 2, the beginning of day 2. You are on the toilet shitting your brains out. With the aches in the bones, it's intense, and you can't get comfortable. The reason they call it kicking, because you're kicking your legs and you're rolling around, you know, you're trying to get a comfortable place, and you know there's no sleep coming, and you know this is going to last for days.
I saw Nick quit heroin pretty effortlessly with Ibogaine. Once it took effect, he seemed to go into a trance state instead of withdrawal.
It's different with every person, and I can't tell you exactly what it is with every person, but there's not only the alleviation of physical withdrawal, there's other pains associated with taking the medicine, you know, taking the sacrament, you know, but there's also often a release, you know, an emotional release, a spiritual healing. This has been a sacrament for a long time for a good reason.
I start doing some reading and discover that Ibogaine comes from the root bark of a plant called Iboga, which is found in West Africa. Shaman have used it for centuries.